Today is day 30 of our 40 days challenge. That white thing here, this white thing here is Toby. For those who don't know him, is my kitty cat. he looks so cute, isn't it? But he's a beast. He wants to bite people. He's really he's really vicious. Although he's a kitty cat. You see how he is? You see? Say hello. You can't say hello, no? Okay, our day 30, we are almost finishing. 10 days for us to finish our purpose. And I want to speak today to you about criticism. You know, it's something that can be good. It can be good. You need to have you need to have this in you. We need to have this in you if we want to be more beautiful in God's eyes. Criticism, we need to have this. But as I said another day, everything has to have balance. And we need to know which kind of criticism we should have in us. You know, I'm a person, I don't consider myself a critic. I don't it's hard for me, although it's something of our nature of women usually is very critic about, mostly about other women, isn't it? We are very critic about other women, and that's where danger lies, but we will get there. But you know, I observe things, but sometimes I don't observe too much things into detail. So that's why I don't see myself as a critic person, someone who's seeing things. But the criticism, the positive one, is good. How? How is a positive criticism? Tell me. You can't tell me, right? But I'm going to tell you then. The positive criticism is that one when you see, you are critic about things around you. For example, a behavior, someone's behavior when you walk on the street, and if you are someone who observes things, so you you have the ability to criticize that moment, that attitude that the person, I don't know if I'm using the correct words, but I believe you will, at the end of this video, you understand what I mean, even if I've been using the wrong words, okay? So, when you observe some certain behaviors, certain things, and you can, in your mind, you criticize that attitude, you know, I should never do that. I should never have this kind of behavior. Or when you see something, yeah, I should behave like that. This is good. It's good criticism because you take the good side of things. This is the kind of criticism we need to, start having. If you are someone who you are very airhead, you always, you don't see anything, you don't observe things around you. So you depend on people to be telling you things, you need to change, telling you things you didn't observe, you didn't see. So this is the good criticism. What is the bad criticism? Is that criticism that you keep on, on only seeing the bad side of things. You are critical about people all the time, all the women, nobody does anything good to you. You're very hard person to deal with. And if you are not beautiful for people, you are not gonna be beautiful for your God. That as simple as that. If you can't be beautiful to people around you, so you can't be beautiful for God. That's something to think about, huh? That's something to explore more. I'll think more about that. But do you understand? And when this criticism comes with maliciousness, with evil eyes, then it's the bad one. It's the one you need to cut off from your life. It's the one that you need to be far from. And if you notice people like that, I advise you to keep your distance. Keep your distance because your behavior, when you are around people like that, your behavior can change because of them. And if you don't watch yourself, when you see you are this critic person, always criticizing your friends, criticizing your family, then you criticize the church, you criticize the pastors, you criticize the wives, and always in a negative way. Always. So, what is it that you gain from it? What is the beauty in this? I don't see any beauty. There is no beauty in this. The beauty is when you see certain things and you criticize in it's not the word is not criticize, you analyze and then you judge in a way, well, that behavior was not good. It's like you are critic about that. Understand what I mean? And then I should not do that. And when you a critic about a friend of yours or someone in your family, you are careful because you love them. So you don't go there and point fingers and speak, oh, I need to speak the truth because I'm a woman of God. Some people do that. And you are a woman of God. You have to speak the truth, but you don't need to be rude. As simple as that. So we need to be careful with this, and this is something that can take all the beauty out of us. We need to be careful. That is I like to be honest with my friends. I like to be honest with them, but there is certain ways that I use because I know the spiritual level that some of them are, and some of them I speak the truth in a way, and some others I have to speak in a different way. Because, for example, how can I speak directly or do something to help someone who doesn't have the spiritual level to accept what I'm going to talk about? Then it's hard. That's why we have the godly wood. I love to work with the godly wood because the godly wood gives me the freedom to really help these women. Why? Because when they join in the godly wood, they are telling me like this: Nanda, I'm ready to hear the truth. I'm ready to I'm gonna work this out, but I want to hear the truth. I want to grow with God. I want to be beautiful in His eyes. Please help me. So when I see a behavior, when I see some kind of something that is not good, that is not pleasant, that is not an example, a reference for God, I go there and I have the openness that they gave to me when they came into the group to speak to them the truth. But how many? How many? How many? Even in the group sometimes, or the whole idea is to help, and sometimes they are not ready to hear the truth. They are not ready because the truth hurts, and we need to understand other people when they in this area. You have to tune down the criticism sometimes, to be pointing fingers. And we are terrible. We do this a lot. We keep on being critic about we see women on the street and then we point fingers, and we are very critic about them, about their image, what they dress. I remember that I was shocked. I was talking to a little girl in CBC Sunday school, our Sunday school, and she was telling me that in school, the little girls were bullying her, being critic about the clothes, the brand of the clothes that she was wearing. Because she said to her mom, "Oh, mom, can I have other shoes?" And her mom said, "But your shoes are new." And oh, because the girls in school are telling me that I only wear Primark stuff. I imagine the anger of this mom towards those little girls. And it's just little girls, but what is it? It's because they hear their moms being critic about something, and they stop, you know, making that grow inside of them. And we need to be very careful. When we talk about reference of God, we have to remember that we are reference for our children as well. I don't have children, but I consider you, the ladies, the young girls, I consider even the older ladies in the church, I consider them as my children. I am a reference to them. And I'm really aware of that. I am aware that when I go into a church, or when I walk, when I'm outside and there are people of our church, I'm aware that they are looking at me, because it's like I am the image of the church. I am the image of God. And if I do wrong stuff, if I am a bad reference, they will be like that as well, because usually they will copy what they see. Children copy their moms. Boys copy their dads, right? Girls copy mom, and boys copy dad. So we need to work and copy our dad, our God. Copy him. And let's tune it down. Let's look at ourselves. Take this moment, some moment this week with your girlfriend who is doing this challenge with you. Take some time with her. Sit down and talk about criticism. And see, have you been applying the good one in your life? Have you been someone who observes things? Or are you the airhead one? You need to change. But have you been that one who is always very critic, malicious, bad eyes, always talking, even between the two of you? You two, you know who you are. You two, you know about the things you have been talking about. You know, when I was an assistant, I remember I was in America, and it was my mother-in-law, my husband, my sister-in-law, the three of us, we were, and myself, the four of us. The four of us, we were assistants in the church. But we were very careful with the things we used to talk when we were together. We wouldn't be we wouldn't be gossiping, we would be speaking about the things of God. And we need to be careful with our friends. Even if you are assistants, what kind of, talk do you have among yourselves? You two are very good friends. Of what kind of talk have you been having when it's only the two of you? Because remember, it's not only the two of you. It's the two of you, God, and the devil. Be careful. Be careful with your conversations. So it's good. Sit down take this time so you can really analyze yourself and see who you really are. And change, because you can do that. Even if you find ugly stuff, you can be beautiful today if you want. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.